Hi, I'm Hugh Weber, and I was raised a child of possibility. I grew up right smack dab in the middle of the Oda states, South Dakota, North Dakota, and Minnesota. Somewhere between where we are today and where my family lives in Sioux Falls. I was one of those unusual children. I was the son of a 19-year-old electrician and a 20-year-old insurance company typist. And they led me to believe that anything was possible. So as an 8-year-old in Millbank, when so many of my classmates wanted to be quarterbacks of a Super Bowl champion or maybe Miss America, I had a very, very, very specific dream. Three primary points to it. I wanted to work for the president. I wanted to watch the fireworks on the 4th of July on the White House lawn. And somewhere in that mess, if you're thinking big, you might as well think real big. I wanted my father, who was going to be on the blanket next to me, to turn to me and say, "Hugh, I'm proud of you." The difference between my dreams and the dreams of all of my classmates and friends was no one ever clued me in that these things aren't actually supposed to happen. And so 20 years later, on the 4th of July, 2004, sitting amongst friends and colleagues on the White House lawn with my dad on the blanket next to me, as the fireworks started over the Washington Monument, beautiful sight. My dad turned to me and looked at me and told me he was proud of me. And in that moment, like any good child of possibility, I thought, what next? I'm 28, what next? It would take a couple years, but the what next I'm excited to introduce to you today. So I've been told that Fargo is the best, most welcoming community in the country, so would you give the warmest of welcomes to Miss Emerson Weber? This is Emerson. How old are you, Emerson?
4.
4 years old, really? It's been that many years. What do you want to be when you grow up?
A firefighter or a dentist.
A firefighter or a dentist? Not bad. Those are big dreams, right? Yeah. See, my what next was raising a child of possibility, which was about as terrifying as anything I could imagine, right? I didn't know how to do this. I didn't know the rules. My parents, who are here today, were no help either. It was through a medical doctor in Rome and an education reformer named Maria that wrote back in the early 1900s that I came upon the phrase that has led our relationship over the last 4 years. She looks great today. Follow the child was that advice. Follow the child. I still didn't know exactly what it meant, but for the last 4 years, Emerson and I have been doing that. And it led to a very unusual place. You are holding that hand so tightly. It led us to the unexpected destination and emotion of surprise. You see, how we deal with new things, novel things, say giving a speech for the first time, is a good sign of whether we're a child of possibility and whether our destination's possibility. Surprise embodies itself in 2 other secondary emotions, wonder and awe. That's right, O-W, awe. Now, we start with that foundation of surprise. We look at the overlaps, which means there's another emotion in the mix, right? To get wonder, we need to mix surprise, and in this case, joy, right? Joy is that feeling of comfort. It's that feeling of happiness and surprise that comes from something comfortable and something experienced new, but in a positive way. Wonder. That other emotion is awe. I had always thought that wonder was an immature form of awe, right? Wonder is something only a child could do. Tabula rasa, clean slate, that without the bumps and bruises of life and the wisdom that comes, hey, sweetheart, the wisdom that comes with knowing, you're hot? Okay. W.C. Fields said never to work with children or animals, and we'll see. The wisdom that comes with life. But I found out something different as we put together this presentation. The mixture for awe is surprise and fear, anxiety, uncertainty. You know, Emerson and I were going for a walk, and we came across this absolutely giant anthill. And what did you think when you saw it, Emerson?
Look at all those ants. Look at all that dirt.
Look at all those ants. Look at all that dirt. You know what I thought? I hope they don't get in our kitchen, right? I mean, we were surfing the internet, and we came across a picture of the Grand Canyon. What was your first thought?
How did it get there?
How did it get there? That's a great question. My first thought was, I wonder if you lose consciousness before you hit the bottom, right? I distinctly remember standing at the edge of it with my mother when we were kids saying, don't get too close to the edge. While the majesty of the natural world was in front of her, her first concern was fear and our safety. The hard part about it as we become adults, as we age, as we live in a place of awe, is eventually things stop surprising us. Eventually there's nothing new, there's nothing novel, right? And then all we're left with is fear. What a terrible place to live our lives. So in following the child, I learned a valuable lesson, one that my parents didn't teach me but taught me indirectly. I had always thought that raising a child of possibility was about creating a universe of possibility, about inviting our children into our world. But that doesn't make sense, right? An electrician and a typist that didn't have a political bone in their body spent decades at political rallies. What they did was they gave themselves permission to follow me. A year ago, Emerson, on her last day of school, she got into the car with my incredibly patient and beautiful wife, Amy. And she said, I have a goal, which gives you a little insight into our household. That goal for her was to, what was that goal?
Going to all the parks in Sioux Falls.
Going to all the parks in Sioux Falls, which sounds great, right? Until you find out there are 90 parks in Sioux Falls. This summer just isn't that long. But instead of saying, honey, let's do a park a week. Let's find 12 parks this summer. My wife said, let's see what happens. Let's follow Emerson. Our gift to you today, I can't give you the right words to get fear out of your life. We all live it. And when I heard about this, when we got the call, my first thought was, will I permanently scar this young lady from public speaking? Her first question was, can I wear a tutu? Oddly enough. You know? The gift we have for you today is 90 seconds. 90 seconds of absolutely unedited joy. 90 seconds of visiting as many parks as we can muster in one summer. And so today we just encourage you to take the time, take a deep breath, there's no fear involved in this, and enjoy 90 seconds of us with Emerson in the park. Thank you.
Shine as bright as a billion birthday candles. Let's make a brand new start. We'll jump into the car and drive as far and fast as we can stand it. New day, sunshine. I'm all yours and you're all mine. You're my new day, sunshine. I'm all yours and you're all mine. You're my new day, sunshine. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na, day sunshine.
Thank you. Can you wave? Thank you very much.